All technology is squared away, and hopefully my web camera does not fall off like it did a few minutes ago. So I want to welcome all of you to our free Kearney Consulting webinars. We have these every other month. And Erica, I'm going to go ahead and promote you since you usually do the opener. This is the first one that we have done, I want to say all year actually, that hasn't been pre-recorded because we wanted to do some things differently today. So we are a little rusty on doing it live. Erica has been doing all of the intros because they've been pre-recorded. So Erica, I will stop sharing and let you do some front of house things first.
Hey everyone, my name is Erica. I'm the Marcom specialist at CKC. And Courtney's going to be doing her webinar shortly. I'm going to be dropping some links into the chat, resources that might be helpful for you. And once I get the slides PDF'd, I will send those along as well.
All right, hopefully I have successfully reshared again and I am unmuted, so we are good to go. Today we're going to talk about holiday list. I know you might be going, let's check the calendar. It's only October, and usually we do this conversation earlier. We usually start having this conversation in September. However, because we have switched our cadence to do CRM chats on the odd months and these free webinars on the even months, that meant that this conversation fell a month later than we usually have it. However, we're going to take a little bit of a new spin on the holiday list. Before I jump in, I want to introduce myself. I'm Courtney Kearney, founder and owner of Kearney Consulting. We are a CRM and data management consulting firm focused on the AEC industry. We have a ton of free resources available to you out on our website. We also have an email campaign that we send out actionable content every month. The last two specifically focused around data fitness. So those links are going to be available in the slides that Erica sends out at the end of this in a follow-up email. If you do not receive those emails from us, feel free to sign up for those. We also have monthly resources. Like I said, even months, you are in the right place for the free webinars. And then on the odd months, we have a CRM chat, system agnostic, about all things CRM. And we're going to talk about what the topic is at the end of this for next month. If you are ready to achieve your CRM and data goals, we are ready to help you. We have project managers that will work with you on a regular basis to get your CRM and data in order. We are happy to have a discovery call with you today to discuss those goals. If you're not quite ready to work with a consultant, we understand. There is a really cool book called CRM or Die available if you want to read that at your leisure. There is a link that Erica just posted in the chat window. All right, so holiday cards or holiday list, holiday gifts, any of those things that you do to send to your clients, your prospects, that's what we're going to be talking about today. But specifically, it can be a time for review of all of your contact data. Now, this, when we say holiday list, when we talk about it with our clients, it evokes a wide range of emotions. Some people, not a big deal. It's like, yeah, it's the easy button. I just go to my contact list, I print it, we're good to go. Some people are like, yeah, our emails stay up to date, so we're good to go. It's not a big deal. Some people, however, it is a stressful time to have to prepare it, check it, review it. Some people, it's, escalated to where the holiday list is a curse word in their firm, where don't you dare talk to me about that holiday list. We have worked through all of that array of kind of emotions when this happens. It can also be status quo, like, yep, it's just the same drama it's always been, or, oh, it's the same easiness it's always been. Wherever you fall on this spectrum, I want to kind of gauge our audience. So I've got a poll for us. Does your firm send anything out at the holidays, whether that is an e-card whether that is a physical card, you put something in the mail, whether that is a gift that you hand deliver, it's a mass gift, so everybody gets the same little placard, or everybody gets the same set of cookies, whatever that looks like, or is it something that is personalized and this client gets this bottle of their favorite whiskey, this client gets this bouquet of flowers? Where are we on the kind of holiday gift or communication? Now that I'm thinking about this, I should have made it multi-select, so those that do e-cards and holiday gifts could have selected. I think it's set to a single select. So I'm going to end it. Looks like we've all answered. Perfect. All right, so we are 50% yes, you mail physical cards, 17% e-cards, no one hand delivers, 17% mass email or mass mail a gift. And then we do something that's not mentioned. Oh, I'm super curious of what was not mentioned. So if you want to drop it in the chat window to just the host or panel or to everyone, I would love to know what it was that you do that is not mentioned. Thank you for participating in that poll. I appreciate it. It gives me a little bit of where are we at in this conversation. So regardless of what your answer was, you have to have data to be able to achieve those holiday gifts, whether it's an e-card that you're emailing out, you've got to have emails. If it's a physical card, kudos to you. You've got to have physical addresses, especially with the gifts as well. We do them all. Oh, thank you, Amber. Great. I'm glad that you used that to select it. So since she couldn't select more than one, she said we do something other than what's mentioned. Perfect. I'm glad that that falls. So you're in the situation of having to keep up with emails and physical addresses. So you still fall in these categories. Oops. So like I said, we're going to take a new kind of approach to this conversation today. But if you have not been with us for years, I wanted to give you access to our previous conversations around this, because I'm going to make a few assumptions about where our audience is at today, but I don't want to leave those behind that may not be where I'm assuming we are in this conversation. So previous webinars and content, I've got the links to all 4 of these pre-recorded webinars that we have recorded that talk about contact cleanup best practices, the hygiene around contact data, specifically a how-to of how to create an Excel spreadsheet that you're going to pass around to many people in your offices, how to do your instructions, how to lock certain things in Excel, the top tips for the holiday list prep, and a CRM discussion. You can watch the video or you can just look at the recap. All of these are here so that you can get caught up in this conversation. So the assumptions that I've made today, that was out of order. The assumptions that I've made today is that you've done the work to keep your contacts up to date, that all the necessary people that you want to get your holiday card, your holiday gifts are on the list that they need to be. They're tagged the way that they need to be, that your data has been reviewed, that it's been updated if necessary, and that you have clean and complete data. What I mean by that is clean data, there's no errors. There's no typos. There's no like @.com or anything that's weird about your email addresses. There's no missing cities. If you're doing the physical addresses, everybody has a zip code, all of those things. I'm making assumptions that you have clean and complete data. Now, the new approach that we're taking is from a data fitness perspective. So like I said earlier, if you receive our monthly emails, the last 2 months, we have taken a fitness approach to your data. We're going to continue that for this month and this discussion, specifically around the holiday list. But I want to get us all caught up, and so we're on the same page. Strong and healthy data, we're taking an approach of kind of 4 key elements. First, in order to get your data in shape, you have to have a plan. You have to get the right equipment, be consistent, and track your progress. Now, there is a whole article that goes along with how you do those 4 things. That link is there and you can check it out when we send out the slides if you haven't already read that. But then the second step is once you develop the plan, once you have the right equipment, you are consistent and you're tracking your progress, then you need to customize it specific to your firm, your needs. Where do you start with that? You've got to align your plan to your firm's specific strategy. So if you have a 5-year plan, if you have strategic goals or objectives, that is where you are looking for those specific alignments. If you don't have those, great opportunity to have conversations with your C-suite as far as what are those strategic goals so that you can align yours with the company at large. And then backing up your data. That kind of goes along with the right equipment element. It's just taking it a step further to customize it for you. I can't tell you what data to back up because I don't know what data you're using or have access to, but another go-to is if you have dashboards, have backup data for that. Looking at conditioning your data using maintenance reports. And then finally, clean and complete data that helps you successfully track your data. It's hard to successfully track data if things are missing, if things are not being populated, if you don't actually have complete data sets, or if there's a bunch of errors or empty fields in those. So looking at our next poll question, I'm going to go ahead and launch that one. Is your contact data clean and complete? So no errors, nothing missing, you have complete data sets. Yes, it is, or we have it clean, but not complete, or the opposite. You have complete data, however, it's not clean, or I have no idea what our data, the state of our data. I have no idea if it's clean or if it's complete. The answers are coming in. Awesome. Everybody has answered. So we have one person that said our data is clean and complete. So well done. We've got 50% that said our data is complete. So nothing is missing, but it is not clean. That is understandable. And then we've got 33% that say, I have no idea where our data is, whether it's clean or complete. All right, so a follow-up question to that, is your contact data segmented? Yes, it's segmented. Let me give you a little bit of, if you don't know what I'm asking, like, is it categorized? So do you have, and this is going to be specific to your firm, but for example, do you have your contacts segmented or categorized by decision maker, technical, administrative? Do you have it segmented by market? So I want to know all of our healthcare contacts. I want to know all of our higher education contacts. Do you have it segmented in, I'm trying to think of another example, geographic location, segmented to your services? These are our architectural contacts. These are our construction contacts. Looks like we have one more person to answer, and then I can look at the end results. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end. Wow, I am super impressed with this group. 83% your contact data is segmented. We have 17% that are unsure. I'm glad that there's not a definite hard no that we don't have contact segmented. So I am glad I made assumptions about this audience because we're able to hit the ground running with our next section. So if you have clean and complete data, you have your contacts, it's in a good place, then what you can do is you can start to improve your client experience. So what do I mean by this? Your client experience through your holiday contacts specifically. I'm going to use the word contact in the sense of like, however you're touching them, e-card, a mailer, the gifts, because you guys were widespread across those, just holiday contact, like whatever interaction that you're having with your clients, whether that's former clients, current clients, prospects. So if you have your data in a good place, now we can really think about ways that we can improve their experience. So this is a good time to, in October, start re-engaging your email list if it has sat dormant. So if you're not doing a monthly email campaign or a quarterly email campaign, really taking that time to don't use the Christmas card or the New Year's Eve card or the Thanksgiving card, whatever you're sending across the holidays. Don't let that be the first time that you're re-engaging your email list, because you're going to interact with a lot of bounces, maybe unsubscribes, things like that. So think about something that you can do ahead of time that would re-engage your email list. Whether that's a, hey, we have this really cool article that we wanted you guys to have. Maybe you've done a fun video recently that you wanted to share. Do something as a soft touch to those contacts and those email lists so that you can make sure that it's re-engaged, it's clean, so that what you actually want to get them gets there. Then you also, if you do it now, you have time. We have, 1 month until Thanksgiving. That's insane. How has this year slipped by? And then 2 months until Christmas. So really we're looking at, you've got time to fill in those emails for the ones that bounce. Maybe they've moved firms, maybe they were retired. You need to get their replacements email put in there, all of those things. It also allows you to personalize the message. Now, I'm not talking about, hey, Amber, I know that you've had a hard year, or congratulations on your baby, or all of these things. That's not the personalization I'm talking about. I'm talking about more of a general personalization. So that's where your segmented audience comes in. So taking the time to, instead of sending everybody the same holiday card, you can start to segment it. So for the example that I gave earlier, if you are putting together a holiday card and you have graphic options and you're going to send it out via email or print, if you have your contacts segmented by market, wouldn't it be much more personalized if your healthcare contacts, something healthcare was involved in the imagery? And, if you're doing your project photography, you can use a healthcare photo on your Christmas card instead of sending them an industrial photo. Making it personal so that they can connect and resonate with what you are sending them goes a long way for your open rates, they don't think that it's just generic, that everybody, all 100,000 people in your contact list got this, but they knew that this is my role, or this is what I'm interested in. Same thing with your current clients. Even if you just segment it, current, former, and prospects, you can do your current, you can use all the same card that you're sending them, graphics, that kind of thing. But with the language, you can say, we wanted to stop and thank you for being a current customer, or thank you for being a client. It's personal to them. We know that you're a former client. We would love to re-engage with you. Hope you're doing well. To your former clients. And then prospects, we would love to make you a client next year, or whatever fits your tone, your voice, your personality for your firm. So really making sure that you're looking at highlighting and using the segments that you have diligently done for your data set on your contact data. And then really spending time on the content. Now that you have clean and complete data, you can really focus on providing value. Can you attach an article or a video or something that would help that audience? So if you're doing it by individual role, the decision makers or the C-suite, if something, a new law is coming for higher education, attaching information about that to your holiday email or your holiday card would help those decision makers. Hey, we know that this is going to impact you next year. This is the latest and greatest that we've seen. Wanted you to have it. Happy, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, what have you. But really providing value makes them want to open it, sees you as the industry thought leader, puts you above everybody else, because it's not just another card that they clicked on and was like, oh, that's cute, but providing value in that touch, in that contact with them. And then If you've already done the work to segment the data, you've done the work to keep your contacts clean and complete, then you have more time. What can we do with that time? Making sure that you don't leave the fitness portion of tracking your progress. Clean and complete data leads to lower or reduced bounce rates, increases that open rate and the click-through and the conversion rates as well. So if you're thinking, oh my gosh, Courtney, I am so swamped with deadlines right now. There's no way that my manager is going to let me work on this holiday list because we're 2 months out. Well, you can use this as an argument for if you want us to have a successful open rate, if you want us to not bounce a lot, then these are the things we need to do today in order to achieve that down here, down the line. And then maybe now you have time to think and we're not, oh my gosh, Thanksgiving is in a week. We've got to get our Thanksgiving card out. If you're having that conversation now, maybe you can think beyond the holidays. So we have a client or a former client that is in their company headquarters is in the Shreveport, Louisiana area. And King's Cakes is big to the personality of their company because of where their roots are. So instead of doing something around the holidays, they send all of their clients and prospects King's Cakes on that holiday. It also gets you out of the noise of everybody else who is sending things around the holidays. So is there something that maybe you have Irish heritage and you can do in your company and you can do something around that holiday? Or maybe there's a charity that your firm always donates to that they have a special day that is celebrated or that means something to that charity that you donate to. Getting you outside of the noise of everyone else is always a great marketing strategy and something that you have the time to do if your data is in a really good place. Giving you more time to cross promote, looking at, hey, just because we sent this one mailer, could we take a picture of it, a digital copy of it, and put it on our social media so that we don't have to recreate the wheel over here? And then it also allows you to compare the data. How did the physical campaign do versus the online campaign? Who saw more of it? Looking at your analytics of what was returned through the mail, you can't really know if the mail was opened on the other end, but looking at some of those metrics can help you for next year's campaign and planning. And then if you are overwhelmed and you're like, Courtney, I lost you back at the assumptions that you made at the beginning of this presentation, it's not too late to prepare. You always can start your data lifestyle today and just maintain it, and you'll be in a better place next year if you do those regular maintenances throughout the year. This brings me to my last poll question of, did this spark any new ideas, any new changes that you want to make? Anything that maybe made you look at something in a different way? Like, oh my gosh, I didn't think about segmenting my data in that way. Or, you know what, this was a lot of information. I'm still, clicking on links that Erica posted in the channel. I need more time to think about it. I understand sometimes I get that way. We are marketers, so you likely have something going on your second screen too, or people walking up. So I understand that as well. Awesome. So we've got 80% that said, yes, you have new ideas or changes. And we've got 20% that said we need more time. So for the 80, before I clicked end, we had another answer. So 83% said yes. So for the 83% of you, I would love to ask you with the last 4 minutes that we have to engage in the chat or the Q&A panel. And I would love to know what one idea or spark or change came to mind, or if your firm is doing something that I didn't talk about or that's completely different, or an example like the King's Cakes, feel free to share that in the chat window with everyone or just me as the host and panel or through the Q&A. I would love to have a little bit of discussion in our last few minutes together, because I am not by no means am I the expert on this. So I would always love to know what other people are doing. Using your markets, I like that, to really send more personalized cards. And as marketers, we know that a lot of marketing is subliminal. So you don't have to overtly do it. But even if it's something as we have one client who sends cookies to their clients, and they print the image of their projects throughout the year on the top of the cookies, like a custom print on the icing. And they select the images that are going on the cookies according to the market of the client that it's going to. So that's very subliminal, right? So when the healthcare person opens it, they resonate with what they're seeing because it's projects like theirs, instead of opening it and it's like a picture of a dorm. They're like, that's cool, but I mean, they're going to eat it anyway. So it's short-lived, the subliminal message, but it still resonates with them for sure. Or if you want to drop any fun client gifts that you give done throughout the year too, because I know everybody's always looking for interesting ideas. We're a big Lego on our team. Lego fans, obviously you can see them behind me, the flowers that never die. It's because they're Lego. These guys are Lego, Lego, Lego. I don't know if you can see it still in my frame because I don't see my picture right now, but there's a vase over here of Lego. I went to New York City and I have a custom Lego that is me. So because we're such a big Lego, we did one year for the clients a bag of Lego and asked them to use the bricks to create something and then send us pictures back, post them to social media, things like that. So what is unique to your firm as well? Oh, the screen share is up. You can't see as well. Let me stop the screen share really quick. Now you can see the Lego I'm talking about. So those in the vase. Oh, let's see if I can get my finger right. Lego, 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 bonsai tree. I need to switch it because you can put in blossoming times the spring flowers, the cherry blossoms on there. But I haven't switched it. Oh, and here's my little guy because y'all didn't see that. They didn't have a laptop. I was very sad. So I have a camera instead as my accessory. But what's unique for your firm that, you can tap into that personality? Oh, Susanna, it's good to see you. Well, one way, see you. I'm glad you're on. Awesome. Okay. Well, as you guys ponder, feel free to email me other ideas that come up or things that you want to share. We are always interested in what everyone is doing. With the last minute of our time together, I wanted to remind you, well, first of all, say thank you. Thank you for spending the last 30 minutes with me talking about contact data and holidays. And then the CRM chat next month is around setting goals. So getting you ready for the start of 2024. And then our free webinar in December is going to be about data stories. So telling stories with your data. Our team has been collecting a lot of good resources around this lately. We've had some fun data stories around Halloween candy, which is fun. If you come across, social media is rich with imagery. If you come across a really good graphic that's talking about data stories, feel free to email it, tag me on the social media post as I prepare for those conversations. I'm going to be talking at a few conferences next year about data storytelling and data literacy and things like that. So feel free to engage with me in that element. I know Erica has dropped in our some final links, and you will get a follow-up email with the slides to this. Erica, I'm going to pause and let you share any other housekeeping.
Nope, that covers it, except I do want to point out next month is our last CRM chat of the year. So be sure to join us. We would love to see as many people as possible there. It should be a great conversation.
Absolutely. And that one is a conversation. So be prepared to share your screen, open your mic, and have a dialogue with our team for sure. Thank you again and have a great rest of your day.